Hey everyone, Lisa here from eBiking Today, and I'm reviewing one of the most capable electric trikes I've ever tested, the Puckipuppy Rottweiler. This full suspension fat tire E-Trike is designed for comfort, control, and power. I'll share what it's really like to ride, how it handles and performs, and what you need to know before you buy. At first glance, the Rottweiler looks pretty tough. And when you see it in person, that impression only grows. It's big, solid, and clearly designed to carry a load. At 120 pounds, this E-Trike isn't light, but it feels incredibly sturdy. The aluminum alloy frame and 20 by 4-inch fat tires give it that stable, ready-for-anything look. I'll admit, as someone who's 5'1", I wondered if this trike might feel oversized, but thanks to its low 15-inch standover height, I had no problem stepping on or off. The large leather seat with built-in backrest felt comfortable and supportive, more like a small chair than a bicycle saddle. One thing I wasn't sure about was the butterfly-shaped handlebars. I'll share what I discovered on my ride about these handlebars and the size of the trike in a few. Motor performance and power. Out on the road, the 750-watt, 960-watt peak motor surprised me with how smoothly it delivered power. It's limited to 15 miles per hour, but with a trike this size, that speed feels safe and stable. The torque and cadence sensor combo made pedal assist really intuitive. When I pedaled lightly, it gave me just enough boost to glide forward. When I put in a little more effort, the assist picked up seamlessly. The twist throttle came in handy during starts from a complete stop, especially when crossing the road. The acceleration was steady, not jerky, which gave me a lot of confidence riding in traffic or on narrow paths. Range and battery. The 48-volt, 15-amp-hour battery performed well. I rode my first 8 miles using a mix of pedal assist and throttle, without any noticeable decrease in battery charge. I'm confident that average weight riders who pedal more without using throttle could easily reach the upper end of the claimed 55-mile range. Charging time is around 4 to 5 hours with the included fast charger, which is great if you plan to use this trike for daily errands or longer trips. Ride comfort and suspension. If I had to pick one standout feature, it's comfort. Between the 80mm front fork and dual rear suspension, the Rottweiler handled rough pavement and off-road paths surprisingly well. Even when I rode over uneven terrain, the suspension absorbed the bumps instead of transferring them to my back, a big deal for riders with joint sensitivity or back pain. And those 4-inch fat tires? They make the ride feel cushioned and stable. It's the kind of setup you appreciate when you're on longer rides or unfamiliar terrain. Back to the handlebars. I was surprised to discover that they offer some variations on the ride. What I liked most was leaning forward to give myself a rest from the standard upright position. This position gave me a little backstretch and relieved pressure points, which was helpful on a long ride or going uphill. Ride performance. Having ridden quite a few E-Trikes, I appreciated the gliding turns and tight turn radius when needed. The differential kept the trike stable and offered great traction on uneven and slippery roads, so I felt secure. The hydraulic disc brakes also gave me a lot of confidence thanks to their fast and smooth stopping power. And if you're ever stuck in a tight situation, reverse mode makes it easy to back up. Just push the switch and twist the throttle. Utility and carrying capacity. This trike is made for hauling. With a 500-pound payload capacity, it can carry just about anything in addition to a heavy rider. Even a rider weight of 300 pounds allows for up to 200 pounds of additional cargo. I rode the Rottweiler with 50 pounds of weight in the rear basket, and it didn't even flinch. It was still easy to ride, the frame stayed solid, and I didn't feel like I was pushing the limits of what it could handle. Display and controls. I loved the big 4.7-inch LCD color display as soon as I turned it on. It's bright, colorful, and easy to read in full sunlight. It shows your speed, assist level, trip distance, and battery status. Plus, the controls are well placed and intuitive. I could easily switch assist levels and turn on the headlight without taking my eyes off the road. Intense lighting. The dual beam headlights are designed to give a rider full visibility riding in the dark. Not only will cars see you, you'll be able to navigate better as well. The integrated rear lights and turn signals add another level of safety, helping you show others your planned turns or lane changes. Pricing and value. At $22.99, the Rottweiler sits in a very competitive spot. You're getting a full suspension trike with hydraulic brakes, fat tires, and a torque cadence assist system. Click the I for information in the top corner of the screen to get the current price. Now, it's definitely not a budget trike, but it's not overpriced either. If you want something that can truly replace short drives, haul cargo, or handle hills comfortably, it's worth every penny. Next up, what you need to know before you buy. If you're finding this review helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out more e-bike reviews right here on e-biking today. Fit and size. Puckipuppy states that this trike fits riders between 5 feet and 6 feet 2 inches tall. As a 5'1" rider, I'm right at the lower end of that range. I can comfortably reach the handlebars, and the step-through frame made mounting easy. The seat is extra wide and large, however, so you'll notice that I had to perch on the end of it to pedal. You can always replace the seat, but it might not fit you if you're a small rider. As a comparison, this is how Mark at 5'8" fits in the saddle. Be sure to consider the saddle height, which adjusts from a low of 31.5 inches up to 40.2 inches. Speed and handling. With a top speed of 15 miles per hour, this is not built for racing, thankfully. It's built for control, comfort, and balance. Once you get used to turning a trike, it feels natural and relaxed. Weight and storage. At 120 pounds, moving it without power takes a bit of effort. Once you're riding, though, this weight makes it feel stable and grounded. If you plan to store it indoors or in your garage, make sure you've got space to roll it in and turn it around, even if you decide to make it more compact by folding it. Maintenance. With hydraulic brakes, fat tires, and a full suspension system, maintenance is slightly higher than a standard two-wheel e-bike. Regular tune-ups and tire checks are important, especially if you're hauling heavy loads. So, after spending time on the Puckipuppy Rottweiler, I can honestly say this e-trike exceeded my expectations. It's comfortable, confidence-inspiring, and practical with more than enough power. For older riders or larger riders or anyone who values stability and comfort, this trike is an excellent option. It's all about feeling secure, hauling what you need, and enjoying the ride.